Last night, our Saul ignored the warnings of his village and stood before the forbidden death well. When he peered inside, he heard his name whispered from the darkness. And then, a pale hand rolls from the depths. Our Saul stumbled backward, nearly dropping his lantern. The pale hand gripped the edge of the well, thin, bony fingers curling around the stone. He froze, his mind screaming to run, but his body rooted to the ground. Then, the hand twitched and disappeared back into the blackness. Silence. Only the sound of rain tapping against the leaves and the faint creak of the vines in the wind. Our Saul gasped, clutching his chest. "It's not real. I didn't see that. It's just my imagination." But deep down, he knew. He hadn't imagined it. He leaned forward again, cautiously. His lantern light barely reached a few feet down, swallowed by shadows. Then from below, the whisper returned. This time, louder, clearer. "Our Saul, our Saul, come closer." The voice was soft, almost gentle, not threatening, more like a plea. It sent chills racing down his spine. "Who's there?" Our Saul shouted into the darkness, his voice trembling. No answer, only the echo of his own words. And then a second voice joined in. This one rough, broken, like dry leaves crunching underfoot. "Jump, jump, jump." Our Saul stepped back, shaking his head. No, this is madness. But something about the voices tugged at him. It felt like invisible threads pulling him closer to the well. His legs grew heavier, his thoughts clouded. He gripped the lantern tightly, forcing himself to breathe. Then he noticed it. The stone edge of the well had carvings, strange symbols glowing faintly in the storm's light. He had never seen them before. They pulsed as if alive. The voices called our Saul closer. Against every warning, he tied a rope to a tree and lowered himself into the cursed death well. What awaited him below was something no one had ever lived to tell. Our Saul's lantern swung gently as he descended deeper into the well. The stone walls were slick with moss, etched with glowing symbols that seemed to pulse with his heartbeat. The further he went, the colder it became. His breath fogged in the air, his fingers stiff around the rope. Above him, the storm rumbled. Below him, silence. Then, a faint scratching sound echoed up the walls, like claws dragging against stone. Our Saul froze. He clung to the rope, staring into the endless darkness beneath him. The voices returned. This time, dozens of them, male and female, young and old, all whispering his name. "Our Saul, our Saul, our Saul." His lantern flickered. Shadows stretched unnaturally long across the damp walls. Suddenly, a cold gust rushed upward, almost blowing out the flame. With it came a whisper so close it felt like someone was breathing against his ear. "Why did you come down?" Our Saul's heart skipped a beat. He spun around, but there was no one, just the endless stone throat of the well. At last, his feet touched the ground, but there was no water. Instead, a narrow tunnel stretched outward, lit faintly by a strange bluish glow. He lifted the lantern and stepped forward. His shoes crunched on something brittle. He looked down. Bones. Scattered human bones. some fresh, some ancient, all piled against the walls of the tunnel. The whispers grew louder, bouncing through the darkness. He couldn't tell if they were ahead of him or behind him. And then he saw movement. From the shadows, a figure crawled forward, its limbs bent at unnatural angles, its skin pale and stretched tight across bone. Its face had no eyes, only hollow sockets dripping black liquid. It opened its mouth too wide, and dozens of voices spilled out at once. "Now you belong to us." Our Saul stumbled back, his lantern shaking. The rope behind him hung loose, swaying. But when he looked up, his stomach dropped. The rope was gone.